stream today on how to play Apex properly from a beginner's standpoint. We're going to be having gameplay, we're going to talk about the strategies. We are also going to be talking about my own strengths and weaknesses and how I need to improve. And also we are going to be doing straight after this a Fortnite beginner's guide. We're going to compare, and then I'm going to compare the strategies for this game and that game, and even do a little bit of comparing for Fortnite's live stream as well. So as you can see here, this is the main menu. You have your play, your club, your legends, your loadout, and your store. So the store, so this is where you would buy like exclusive items. This is your loadout. So if I go into here, this is where your like skins are, that skins. So this is like skins. So as you can tell, I've been playing this for quite a long time, level 62, and I've got an exclusive skin. But these kind of skins come from packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a duos Apex match. We are going to play duos, and then I'm going to talk about and move on to explain my strengths and areas for development. So let's play a few games, and I'll be also narrating my movement and what I need to do, and what strategies are required in this game as well, and depending on your playstyle, because depending on your playstyle, your strategy can strat can change your strategy. For instance, if you are a defensive player, your strategy would be to stay on the outskirts and avoid teams as far as possible. Where if you're offensive, you might want to rush in and barrage them. And depending on your style, the amount of legends that you can have, the amount of legends that have powers like for your certain playstyle is perfect.
Me life's an open book.
I play
Just
views,
get your mum's permission to read.
and views is very like good.
Let's pick the right way and go.
Because he can be played offensive and defensive. He is a very neutral character. So let's get right into this. Let's get right into the game.
This is your champion.
So right now it's telling us that the champion squad, so what level they are on. We're going into Battle Royale. So my teammate is Jump Master. You can be assigned to Jump Master at random, and even be chosen to be the Jump Master from another person.
Let's land this bird right there.
So I've just pressed R1. I've suggested an area to land.
There's a prime spot for mayhem.
He is not. So he is not launching.
Here we go. Ready up.
He's just launched. So we're going to a very populated area that could have like people landing there with us. We're going to be going in building. I need to focus right now to get right. Yeah.
Beginning ring countdown.
Of course he gets it.
Open fire. Reloading.
What? Get
Clown taking down. Reloading. Grenade, fellas.
Still there.
Another bloody squad's attacking us.
First blood. Keep it up.
see,
Reloading.
because this is really condensed, like a lot of teams are here. Like Jesus. All right. I need a heal.
Healing up.
So my
Heal me
teammate
right.
needs to guard me. So he's guarding me at the moment. So what I'm doing now is I'm healing up. To access a heal up is up on your D-pad and analog stick.
Eliminated.
Champ's out of commish.
Attention. There is
Yeah,
a new
they're
kill.
right out there.
New kill leader. Watch for them. Firing.
Yep, he's hit him. I could tell.
That was the last one.
Why?
Nice work.
Why did that
This
happen?
one hurt. Hold on.
So he's reviving me right now. This is good. So what's happening now is I've been revived and I need to
Cheers for the help. I owe
use
ya.
a shield. So this
Juicing
is
me
shield.
shields.
So there's a team right in front of us, and I've got no shield. So I'm literally,
Recharging
well,
me
if I
shields.
get another shot, I'm dead. And there's another team.
Need to recharge
right?
my shields.
Yep. Don't blame you. So right now,
1
I'm
minute
just
and the ring's
trying to
spitting distance,
heal up.
folks.
I'm trying to heal up and see if there's any medical supplies. Picking up like scavenge, and when you scavenge, you need
45
to look
seconds.
for
Rings
bullets,
close.
shield, everything in that kind of range. But as you can tell, I'm very skittish because I've only got. Could you jump? So the strategy we're using is mainly neutral. So I'm a very neutral player. I will study what the other team has and make my move. If I know that I'm not like the way that I am, that I'm on low health, I've got a high shield, not a high shield. Why is my shield not on?
Rings coming in.
I would not attack. I will try and find as much shield. Right, as much shield and as much medication. So there's defensive, there's offensive,
Watch for them.
and we are playing mainly, I would say, neutral, because we are attacking teams, but oh, come on, I need a med kit. Where's the med kit, man?
Care package being delivered.
So I need a med kit.
Check it out. Care
And
package
there's
coming
a team
in.
near us. This is bad news. Why we? There we go. There we go.
Healing. Give me a sec.
So now that I'm healing, we've got a higher chance of winning. So my area is that I'm really
Half the
late
squads are gone.
of reaction
Separating
time.
the boys
Like
from
my
the men.
reaction time is not the best, and my area surrounding, as you could tell when I was literally punched in the back of my head. This is normal to have these kind of problems. Like for instance, if you are a very like neutral person, then you're gonna try and avoid as much battles between teams, and then you can like practice for.
Cheers, big ears.
Right. So the problem with, oh, okay. So the blue represents. So each color represents a different, like different style of gun. So this is a shotgun. Green is like a heavy weapon. Orange is like your light submachine gun guns. And I think blue is sniper. And depending on what you want to use them for, or what style, you might have like a different style to people. Like to
Got
other
us a new
people.
kill leader. Wouldn't mind saying g'day to him.
So I've got quite a lot of areas to like develop a bit of like my the person that I'm. So in this game, there's not a lot of full damage that you can take. It's very like minimum, like full damage. So it's like minimum full damage for special abilities. So you got your L1 and you got your ultimate. So for me, I'm just going to show you my side special. So this would be my side special. So right there, I've I think it's called the knuckle buster. It's like mini grenades, and that's mainly used for barrage attacks on a team. And there is no limit to side specials. As you can tell, we're being defensive here. We're not searching for teams to battle. There is a team right in front of us.
Replicator on its way.
Oh, of course. So he's just used his side special there to get out of a tricky situation. And it actually is quite smart. Or he's coming back.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Stay down.
Oh god, he's got gold shield. So with shield, there's levels.
Care package over here.
There's like levels.
Let's go this way.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm down. I couldn't do nothing there. So you're gonna find like situations like that for all around. I would say just from that one game, I would say that my area awareness and my shooting is needs development. Now activities for that could, when I move on to the next thing, if I go into
Light
here,
your fuses, fellas.
right.
A new ranked season's about to begin.
There's training and there's firing range. Now for aiming, firing range is one of the best things you can note, because you've got multiple different things to shoot at. You're not in a like match. You can even, I think you can load in a like purpose like an AI kind of match to practice for your competitive, so when you hold down B, it lets you slide, and you can slide down things like this to make it faster. So as you can tell, they are shield, and shields are different than in Fortnite, because you've got your head shield, you've got your body shield, and that would cover all of it. Then you've got your bags for like your loot. So if I put that on and I put this on, I've got gold shield. So that is the highest form of shield as I know of, right? So if I went there and I pressed this, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use an aim on this, right? And I go, you know what, I'm going to use that aim.
I'm out of heavy ammo.
So
I'm out of light ammo.
So right there, right? So right there, I've just figured out a problem. I hold my trigger too much, so
Out of light ammo.
So they don't give you a lot of ammo here. I would say that if you want a heavy gun, so that's heavy gun. So let's do heavy. So 180 is its max. I've used that. That's the burst, but if you struggle with aim and you don't have like a PC, this is the best way to kind of work on your aim, because this is free. You don't have to buy any external. Like, and right now, I think that if I will run up and then do that, so right there, I'm doing activities, and really we've covered quite a lot. I'd say that the main thing you got to focus on is what strategy that you use. It's very important to discover what strategy you would use. Depending on what game you play, it could mean that you might be more defensive. If you want to be offensive, then your strategy would be to get more ammo, get heavy guns, or even get like light guns, run in and try your best. You might even do, like, let's say a special, right? and then do a barrage. This is all up to you. This is all up to you. But you might think, but Blaine, I
need heavy ammo.
I want to practice my reaction speed, which I actually agree with, because half the time it could be your reaction speed. So my areas for development is reaction speed, area awareness, and aim. That is my reaction speed, and I've just taken away, or did a mode where it's training. Now, where it's firing range. Now, if I clicked training, that's like learn the ropes. You also could work on your aim. A thing called arenas. And arenas is a 3x3 mode where it mainly focuses on aiming, with entirely different rules to the battle royale game. And this is where you could work on your speed, your aiming, your use, and your resourcefulness of the games. And it's really interesting because arenas helped me massively with my aiming and my speed. When I was slower than what you've seen, I was getting decimated. And as soon as I tried arenas that came in recently, I'm getting like top 9s, top 8s. I can kill a couple people. So that is where
Walter Fuse Fitzroy at your bloody service.
So that's where I've kind of fit in.
It's only over when it's over.
Because this mode I prefer the battle royale, but I think I've told you my areas of development. I think I told you activities that you can do, and there's a plethora. You can even go on YouTube and type up techniques for offensive players on Apex and that, which I'm quite a neutral person. I am a neutral person, right? And neutral people, it's quite good to team up with an offensive or a defensive person, because an offensive person might push you to fight more teams, they get more kills and more points, where in other ways, right, we might say to an offensive person, right, maybe there's like 2 teams approaching us, we need to focus on like surviving.
Go and check it. Got some materials for you. Listen up, I'm getting shot at. Contact with target.
Knuckle buster out.
Knocked him down.
Destroy
I've knocked him down. Wow, reload my kill. See, you see people like that, that's not cool. That's not cool to do in the style. He's just stole my kill. So as you've seen there, I've improved on my area awareness. The strategy was offensive in this game. It is mainly offensive.
Reloading.
And we won that match. So I've just worked on my area awareness. I've worked on my shooting, and that is an activity that you can do that will benefit you. That will benefit you, like even in Battle Royale and generally on any game, right? I will say that with Fortnite there is more creativity and more ways to improve without needing to exit the game itself, which I will be highlighting in the next stream that I'm doing. This is like my last game.
I found some materials.
Like my last game.
Knuckle buster out.
How go on. Come.
You hear that?
Choose your next
Enemy.
Yeah.
Enemy down.
So
Enemy knuckle buster. Reload.
gotcha. So I've just got right, there we go. Right? So that's what teamwork is. Teamwork is very important in Apex Legends. It is fundamental that you get along with your team, because that could be the make and break of that could be the make and break of that can literally be
Let's go this way.
the make or break of a game. That if you don't like get along and you don't work together, it could be you can crumble in that. I think so you normally play on controller, and that you have like training beforehand every time you enter like the first time that you enter the game,
Some material.
so you can learn through there.
Hostile right here.
Oh my god.
Launching me knuckle buster.
Get him,
I
man.
downed one.
Enemy down. Reloading.
Right, so I need a heal up,
I'm down. I'm not
Oh,
done yet.
pulse, you're knocked down.
Right here, got one.
Healing up.
Enemy agent right here. Got one right here.
We are the champions! So, right there, that they were great teammates. I'd say that we worked very efficiently, and right then and there, I improved on my aiming wildly. I improved on my area awareness as well, where the teams were. I was very offensive in that game mode, because depending on the game mode, you might change your strategy and how, and this is very important, right? If you're in Battle Royale and the situation is that you've got one team in front of you, you might be offensive, and then all of a sudden there's 3 teams coming to you. I know I'm repeating myself, but I cannot stress to you enough how important this is, right? That in relative like simpleness, you know, that you know, if you are defensive, you're not going to get as much kills, but you might be more successful on the game end. If you're neutral, you are in the perfect realm of you are like adaptive. You look at another team or the situation, and you might say to another person that's offensive, let's hold back a bit because we don't know how many teams are there. There's so many situations that it's just depending on the match and depending on the game and depending on your ammo as well. The ammo part and the portion of it is very important, because if you just have 30 ammo in your guns, you are not going to survive a battle. So you may switch to offensive and defensive in multiple times of the games. And as I am going to repeat myself, I've recommended activities for people that don't have good aim, the people that don't have good area awareness and quick reaction speeds. There are multiple game modes on that. There is, in this game alone, arenas will teach you very fastly and quickly, I would say, of aiming and speed. That is a very aim and speed driven game mode. With Battle Royale, it is you dive in, you get your guns, you get your ammo, and then you fight. You may be forced to fight before then, but you may die in the process. Right? That's so that's where really what Apex is. It's a very movement orientated game compared to Fortnite, which does share the grabbing the ammo, the aim, the area awareness, which I do struggle on with mobile games, but it's also building mechanics. So with this game, it's very much a movement oriented games. You need to learn how to utilize your specials with your legends, right? Depending on the legends, you would um, you would adapt. You would, like, for instance, I've got a knuckle cluster that's a very barragey thing to use. So if you shoot and you hit like the majority of the teams, which you have seen me do, then it's very useful to shoot whilst you're using a knuckle cluster, I think it's called. His ultimate is like a ring of flames, which I've used in the training regime as well. Um, and that's how important it is. And I know I'm repeating myself, but it is so important to adapt to your surroundings, to adapt to if you need to be defensive or offensive, or get teammates that are a mixture of both, because then you get a taster of what you really want to do. Let me ask you this question: what legends would you use, and how would you use them? Are you a defensive player? Are you a neutral player? Or are you a offensive player? If you are an offensive player, right, a legend that I would recommend is Fuse, because Fuse is quite a neutral character but can be utilised in a defensive and offensive way. For an offensive character, I would recommend Octane, because Octane's very fast. He's a very fast character. For defensive, I would use Bloodhound, because you know where everyone is. It gives you like area awareness. Um, there is not much more I can explain. So a little recap. Depending on your style, you may be offensive, defensive, or a neutral player. Depending on what you want to play, that might change. depending on the match, you might change your strategy. The strategies that I used were a mixture of neutral and defense, and offensive as well. So I showed you like all the different styles, and I would say that I would say that um, that that is all for today. Uh, my YouTube, my live stream, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, all the notifications are there, and when I'll be going live. And and another thing, um, that defensive and offensive is important because depending on your situation, you might have to adapt. So this is it. This has been your boy uh, Blaine Saunders. This has been your boy Blaine Saunders, and see you laters. I'll see you laters.